What's going on, everybody? C4 here today, bringing you the newest episode of my Madden 18, Madden 17 rosters, and we're talking about the Jacksonville Jaguars. Now, for a longer introduction where I explain everything that goes into these, go check out the Philadelphia Eagles roster. It's the first one of this unveiling, we'll call it. But essentially what it is, Cliff Note version. It's my custom rosters that I've done for the last 3 years. People charge $5. I'm looking for 35,000 subscribers. Once I hit 35,000 subscribers, I'm going to give these rosters away for free. So share that shit all over social media. These rosters have my own personal ratings, free agency moves. A lot of teams have, 7, 8 draft picks, 5, 6, 7, 8 draft picks, at least the first 3 rounds on every single team. And we're working our way through. So I'm not a diehard of a lot of the teams outside of Philadelphia. So I'm looking for the diehards of that fan base that do, frequent my channel. If you severely disagree with a rating, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, and I will tweak them. Surely, gladly, not offended at all. I want to strive to have the best rosters available. This is the 3rd time I've tried recording this because I don't know what the hell's going on with my capture thing. Hopefully I fix it for this video, but I'm going to try to be as quick as possible because I've talked about the Jags, the same players, 3 goddamn times in a row. So let's jump right into the quarterback spot. We gave Blake Bortles a 78 overall, right around Carson Wentz range. Last season, a lot of people made light of, it looks like his mechanics and stuff like that regressed, which they did. 3,900 passing yards, 23 touchdowns, 16 picks. Still some upside for Blake Bortles. Maybe a change of scenery for the coaching staff is what they needed. Now they have Leonard Fournette. As much as I want to say Christian McCaffrey would be a better fit in Jacksonville than Leonard Fournette, maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they want Leonard Fournette and a change to philosophy on how this offensive runs, and maybe that'll help out Blake Bortles. But a 78 for Blake Bortles is what we have right now. Henny, 68, and Brandon Allen from the Toronto Huskies, legend, 64. Running back, we gave Leonard Fournette an 82 overall, which is his 2nd highest rookie overall behind Myles Garrett. I think he's that big of a game changer, and he's going to be incredibly fun to use in Madden 18, so why not, for this summer, have fun playing with Leonard Fournette until next year's game comes out. Explosive playmaker. Yeldon had about 700 all-purpose yards, 50 catches, so I think he's going to be the receiving back. Everyone has made note that Leonard Fournette's hands aren't the strength of his game, so that's a nice little pairing there. So we gave him a 79. I gave Chris Ivory a 79. I know he had a down year, like 600-some yards. Maybe that's just because I'm a fan of Chris Ivory, and he was an underrated beast for the New York Jets. But, the Yeldon-Ivory combination should have worked last year, which brings question, is Leonard Fournette kind of going to be like Todd Gurley with the Rams? Phenomenal running back, but, the offensive line sucks. And have the Jags made enough moves on the offensive line for them to be capable? I can't answer that quite yet. But we'll have to wait and see. So final running back, Corey Grant, we gave him a 67. Fullback, Bohannon, 68. Wide receivers, we gave Allen Robinson an 87 overall. Last season, Allen Robinson led the team with 73 catches for 833 yards and 6 touchdowns. He regressed, 3-4 points. I think I'm at a 90, 91, somewhere around that range. Drop it down to an 87. Hopefully he can have a bounce back year because he's a very exciting playmaker. Marquise Lee, we gave him an 80 overall. Last season, Marquise Lee, 63 catches, 851 yards, and 3 receiving touchdowns emerging, proving that not all USC wide receivers are complete trash. Allen Hurns took a pretty big hit after only playing in 11 games. Injury bug hit him, but he had 35 receptions, 477 yards, and 3 touchdowns to his name. I think he was like an 84. So a little bit of a hit from there, but if all 3 of these guys can fire on all cylinders in pairing with Rashad Green, 71, D.D. Westbrook, great find, even though I didn't think wide receiver was really a position in need. That is a pretty terrifying spread offense if you really want to go that far. We gave Walters a 70, Ben a 70, and Wynn a 57. Tight ends, I think, is definitely a position that is pretty weak for the Jaguars. We give old man Marcedes Lewis a 73. He's more of a, must be just like a blocker nowadays. They got Rivera coming over from the Oakland Raiders. He probably will be their top tight end after they decide to trade Julius Thomas to the Dolphins. We got Kayak 65, Sterling 65, 64, and 44 for the long snapper. Offensive line, I gave Cam Robinson actually the highest overall. Great pick. Great value pick in the 2nd round out of Alabama. 74 overall. I think he probably should be their starting left tackle. They got Brandon Albert. I don't know if it was a trade. I'm really confused what happened between the Jags and Dolphins where Julius Thomas went to the Dolphins and Brandon Albert came to the Jags. I mean, he's holding out for more money. He's already being difficult. So I'd say fuck it and have Cam Robinson be my starting left tackle. Albert's not bad, not great. He's getting up there in age. I would think I'd consider him more depth than anything. We gave Reed a 68. Left guard, we get Patrick Omame a 76. He's just, solid. Nothing special about him. Earl Watford coming over from the Cardinals with a 70, and Butasi 68. At center, we get Brandon Linder an 88 overall. Was one of the top centers in the NFL last season. So, easy to give him an 88. That's the only thing, really big-time playmaker on this offensive line. It's nice to have him be the anchor. And we have Shatley, who is an awesome name, at 67. Right guard, A.J. Kant, 73. Luke Bowanko, 71. Right tackle, Jerry Purnell, 78. He's actually a fairly decent starter. Not great, low ceiling. He's 30. But I'd say Purnell's probably the second best offensive lineman because there's uncertainty with Cam Robinson on this line, in my opinion, and we gave Wells a 71. But definitely cause for concern for Leonard Fournette. Is he going to be able to work with this offensive line that they have in Jacksonville? We're going to have to wait and see. But, I'd be concerned. Well, maybe not concerned, but I'd be cautious. Jumping to the defensive side of the ball, we gave Dante Fowler a 76 overall last year. According to this website that I'm using ProFootballReference.com, he only had one start last year. Is that a joke? One official start, 5 pass deflections, 4 sacks, 30 total tackles. Give my boy some more snaps. I know last year was pretty much his rookie season, but come on, feed him. He's a beast. We give Chris Smith 67 and Dwayne Smoot, their draft pick, a 63. Right defensive end, we have Calais Campbell with the 90 and Ngakoue with the 74. Now, I haven't found any hard evidence whether or not Calais Campbell's going to play defensive tackle or defensive end. The site that I use has him listed as a defensive end. But, I mean, come on. Ngakoue led the team in sacks last year. You're not going to play Dante Fowler. And then Calais Campbell at 6'8", 300 pounds fits a defensive tackle spot much more than he would a defensive end in a 4-3. Pair him with Malik Jackson. That is a terrifying front four, in my opinion. Ngakoue led the team with 8 sacks last year, so he should start. And Calais Campbell should move in. The big money free agency signing from the Cardinals. I mean, they paid a lot of money for a 30-year-old, but they are certainly in a win-now mode, and he's going to help that team. But, yeah, let me know officially what is he going to play there, Jags fans. He's a 90, highest overall on this roster in my biased opinion. Well, not biased at all. Just my opinion. Defensive tackle, we have Malik Jackson, who was their big money free agency signing a year ago from the Denver Broncos. We gave him an 84 overall. Finished the season with 4 pass deflections, 6.5 sacks, and 35 tackles. I certainly could go probably a little bit up on this rating. I'm not dead set on the 84. If you say maybe it should be an 85, 86, I wouldn't hate that. 6.5 sacks, not terrible for a defensive tackle, but I think in relation to his money, I think 84 is about where he should be, but I could be persuaded. Avery Jones with a 79. He was graded out fairly good for Pro Football Focus against the run. Stephon Charles, 70. Sheldon Day, 69. Bennett, 66. And Irish Chocolate, 64. Defensive end, left outside linebacker now. We have Paul Leslie, who's making the move to, I believe, the Sam spot. And they're moving Miles Jack in the inside. Sam, I'm pretty sure in Madden terms is usually the right outside linebacker, but because of the limitations of the offline player management tool, you have to make that tweak in connected franchise mode. But an 88 for Paul Leslie, who's been one of the most underrated tacklers in the NFL for quite some time. I think last year, 130-some tackles. He is a beast. So 88 for him. That's easy 88. I'm a big fan of Paul Leslie. The craziest neck in Madden. 70 for McCray, 61 for Rush, who I actually think is cut now. So you may want to hop him off your roster. Miles Jack at 74 is the starting middle linebacker. Great value in the second round last year. Hopefully he can have a good sophomore season. Cole 67, Pullard 66, McNary 63. And a right side linebacker, we gave Telvin Smith an 83 overall. Led the team last year in solo tackles with 98. He had 20 assists, over 100 total tackles. 2 picks, 8 pass deflections, and a sack. He's one of the better cover linebackers in the NFL. So I figure 83 is about fair. Maybe we could go up a point or two. 84. I think 85 is kind of pushing it, but Telvin Smith is very solid for the Jags. Jump to the secondary, we have A.J. Boye, who is a big money free agency signing from the Houston Texans. I am kind of worried about him being a one-year wonder, but we're basing these ratings a little bit more off last year when we were talking about Boye. He was one of the best corners and graded out exceptionally well for Pro Football Focus. So we're going to give him an 88, but I think that's about fair, helping you out, Jags fans. We give Jalen Ramsey an 83. That could go up a little bit. He was very impressive last year. 2 picks. He had 14 pass deflections, a forced fumble, and 65 tackles. But I feel 83, I think that's like the second or third highest, if not, yeah, second or third highest from my defensive rookies last year. But I could be persuaded to raise it up a little bit if the demand, and you guys don't feel 83 is right. Colvin is decent depth, maybe 78 is a little bit high. But now with Prince Amukamara gone, I assume he's going to have a much bigger role in that defense. Johnson with the 66, Grant with the 66. Free safety, Shaw Gibson, we gave him a 76 overall. Didn't really have the production that you assumed you were getting from the Browns when he had like goddamn like 7 sacks and 7 picks, sorry, in half a season. But he's he's a decent free safety in the NFL, so it's a 76. 67 for Davis, 62 for Peyton Thompson. At strong safety, Barry Church, coming from the Dallas Cowboys, was a great tackler in their secondary. We gave him an 85 overall. I feel like he's going to give the same kind of playmaking ability, limitations, upside, everything is Jonathan Cyprien. So I feel that that's kind of a nice little switch out there. I think he might have been a little bit cheaper with Cyprien going to the Titans, I believe. So very trade, nice little replacement there. 68 for Sample, 63 for Wilson. Kicker Myers got a 75, and punter Brad Nortman, the former Carolina Panther, got a 78. So there you go, guys. Those are your Madden 18, Madden 17, Jacksonville Jaguars rosters. As always, at 35,000 subscribers, I will be releasing these for free to the masses. So continue to share the love on social media, on other Facebook or whatever the hell, YouTube, all this craziness that you kids are into. Spread the word so we can get the ball rolling here for Madden 18 on Beast Mode TV. As always, Jags fans, let me know in the comment section below if you agree, disagree with any of the ratings. Smash the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. And until next time, it's C4 saying peace.